Tuesday, July the 11th, 2023, about 10 till 2 in the afternoon, mid to high 80s, 85, 86 in that area, 87. We're turning right on Robertson Bridge Road off of Georgia Highway 53. Watkinsville was behind us. 316 and Winder would have been in front of us. The subdivision on the left up here has been in development for years, before the crunch hit. Can we get in? Site rules, my home communities. Friday from them supposedly fixing the oil leak again. We're going to crawl up underneath it this afternoon and see what it's doing, if it's leaking. If there's oil hanging off of it, we're going to wipe it, clean it up, and then over the next couple of days watch it and see if any oil, what's on it now. If they didn't clean it up good, could have been run down from the previous leak. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt if it is leaking a little bit, and clean it up ourselves. And then after the next couple of days, if it's leaking, we're going to go to a different Jasper certified shop, let them diagnose it and see what they come up with. Hopefully we do not have to do that. Hopefully this leak is taken care of, but they've had it, I think, 4 different times. And I'm not going to dog them out yet, but like I said, the first time was an oil change, and they said they didn't see an oil leak and there was oil dripping off the dust cover. Second time they said it was the distributor. They didn't put a gasket on it, so they globbed it up with silicone. The third time they said it was a pan gasket. They replaced it, but the water pump blew out too, and that was the package that Jasper recommended, with the water pump, everything, with the engine swap. So they had to do the pan gasket and the water pump. And then I didn't take it back to them. I had another shop do the next oil change. They said they would have to diagnose it, put dye in it to see where the leak was coming from. And so I just waited. And that was at 98,000. At 12.9, I did the oil change myself. And somewhere along the way, either the people that changed it before, or the people that put the engine in, or the pan gasket was already boogered up. But the oil pan plug is not exactly right. It was broke. It was leaking oil. Somebody had to tighten it extra tight to get it to stop leaking. So when I put it in, I just put it back at regular tightness. It started leaking from the plug, so I tightened it up and that stopped that. But it's still leaking. And so this last time I took it back, he said it was the pan. The pan was still leaking. And since they had already replaced the pan gasket once, Jasper wasn't going to pay for it again. So apparently they didn't do it right. But also the intake gasket. So they replaced the intake gasket, but these long blocks do not come with the intake on them. They take the intake off of the old engine and put on, so that was on them as well. So this got you up to date on the engine, or the oil leak and the engine transmission swap. Now we'll just go back out of this subdivision and we will catch that dirt road and go out and find out where it goes. But yeah, the saga continues. Okay, I didn't want to swap out this engine myself. my shoulder and knees. It's hard for me to do a lot of this stuff now. I still do a lot of my stuff, but there's some of this stuff I just don't want to do. But had I known this was the way it was going to turn out, I would have done the swap. But I found a brand new Chevrolet crate motor, not rebuilt, brand new Chevrolet crate motor for this van for $4,400. I would have done it myself, because you know we're dragging into 6 months now and still have an oil leak unless it is fixed. That other engine had 300,000 miles on it and it still was not leaking. So right now I don't have a whole lot of good to say about Jasper or the shop I took it to so far, right yet anyway. I liked them, they were highly recommended, but well, I guess we'll have to finish this video with the camera on the mirror mount. Let me flip it around. A nice dirt road. Coming out of the subdivision, the GoPro got hot and cut off again. So as summer heats up, the GoPro issues have not been resolved. The battery issue may have been resolved, but the heating issue has not. Smell horses and cows. If this thing's still leaking, we're going to take it to a different shop and let them diagnose it, and if it's covered by Jasper, we'll let them do it. If it's not covered by Jasper, I'll evaluate and see how much it is, see what their estimate is. If it's a rear main seal, it'd be covered by Jasper, or should be, because that's engine. I mean, there's a finite number of places oil can come out of. Oil pressure sensing unit was new, and we checked it. It's not leaking. I assume the distributor's not leaking now, but I don't know. And it may not be leaking. I mean, it did look like it, but it may not be. Nice little creek. Barrow County dirt road. McLaughlin. Georgia Estates farmhouse from the 400s, Palmer House. Look at all those houses sold signs on them. Looks like they all have one bonus room. Some of them have a two-story. From the 400s. There's the mailboxes. Everybody come stop right in front of your house to pick up the mail every afternoon. Now there's a basement, a couple of basement lots. We'll come back out, turn left on Doc McLaughlin, and I think it'll probably dead end into 316. We'll see. Well, the bumper is supposed to come in today. I was really hoping that this oil leak was fixed, and maybe it is yet. I don't know yet. I guess I've just had so much disappointment with it, I just assume it's not fixed, but get the bumper squared away and I might be able to get back on the road again. It's been over a month trying to get the bumpers in. This isn't 316. What are we on? Maybe this is going to the Georgia Club here somewhere. Bethlehem Road. Statham city limits. That's Army Reserve. Yeah, 29, 8, and 316. Statham straight ahead. Do we want to go through Statham? Not really. We'll turn, we'll run up here and see if, I'm pretty sure it's not. See if the varsity is open. But I've had recent reports that it's not. But we'll go ahead and turn this off. It'll end this video. It'll be a wrap.